Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Let's Play Modded Endless Legend. I think we're on the path to victory here, but like I mentioned at the toward the end of the last video, we've taken long enough that I'm now concerned we have to actually pay attention to what the other players are doing. Alright, at this point I am going to pop Titan Bones because... Oh no, I thought it was going to move us right back into Fervent. Well, we'll move into Fervent probably at the beginning of next turn or the turn after as we recover approval. Although, actually, we have enough money to buy... Oh, no, we don't have enough money to buy anything. I was doing retrofitting, right? Okay, let's check out the other players. How are we looking? Economic, 14%. Nobody has even one of the science techs. Diplomatic is being led by us, and it's not anywhere close. Okay, so no, everybody's been too busy fighting each other. There's been a lot of very long-term armed conflict. Busy fighting each other to be winning. So, let's finish this off, shall we? Now, I do believe that we can just finish this retrofit and then push blue. So, this thing, first of all, we're going to kill this settler, just make it clear to blue that this part of the game is over for them. They no longer get to have this island. And it's winter. That's really good for us. Our troops are far more dangerous during the winter. Obviously, he's just going to retreat, but he's dead. He's dead no matter what. Okay, let's snatch up these pearls before we go to the ruin. Alright, yeah, that's your plan for next turn. You guys figure this out. Do whatever you gotta do. I do strongly dislike the bug that sadly has not yet been fixed. That causes the game to think that units still have movement allowance left when they don't. It's not a big deal. It's mostly just like mildly annoying, but the troops he does have are not incredibly bad. That guy is better than the troops we were fighting that Red had. But I think he doesn't have very many. So I want to merge these two together, and then with 5 monks we're going to go for it. Yeah, I mean, just keep doing the thing you were doing. Alright, and what did we finish building? We finished building this thing in Sultan. Sultan has no important stuff left to build. I mean, Central Market's not bad, and it'll push us back to Fervent. Never mind. I was going to say it'll push us back to Fervent even faster, but a single turn of ownership recovery got us there. Okay, yeah, we're just, at this point, waiting both for the accumulation of resources and for our monks to actually get together. So we have enough adamantium to do one retrofit. And we only need to do 2, right? Yeah, this guy and this guy. So I'm sure we'll be able to afford the resources for that. Okay, you guys are fine where you are. That's right. These dudes were going to come down here and be the garrison for Shulna. For XP purposes. Alright, units can now heal. I appreciate that. Alright, so next turn we're going to be in position to finish the retrofits. And then after we've done that, it's just a matter of actually attacking. So we have more than enough pearls to... We can build another Garth or 2 here. Alright. We're not on the clock at all, but obviously we want to get the Temple of the Earth score built as quickly as possible for reasons of our own sanity. You know, your real-world time is valuable. You should not have to. You should not have to spend any more of it than is absolutely necessary trying to win at a video game. So this is people knocking us back to Cold War. Okay, green just closed the borders. That's actually fine. We're fine with that at this point. Don't move till we finish retrofits. What's available? Not a lot of anything. So we actually need to wait a couple more turns. We have to get the Palladian naturally, unfortunately. There's no reason not to close our borders to purple, I think. Okay, and then it would be cool if we could still be peaceful, just so I don't have to worry about you, like, going nuts on me all of a sudden. Sure, smelting station. You got it. I can't believe she's been able to survive as long as she has without having smelting station. I guess she's been getting resources by having taken regions from other players. Nope, she's not actually mining. I was going to say having taken regions from green that already had extractors built, but no, I have no idea how she's been surviving. Anyway, you guys... What do these units look like? These are pretty advanced units. 199 attack, 135 damage. Ooh, Iceworks. I did finally get the Emperor upgrade. I still haven't gotten to really mess with the Iceworks yet. You guys are really fast during the winter. Winter plus roads, it's just a lot of movement. Is this a settler? What are you... Okay. Never mind. At some point in the game, the AI decides that the best possible scouts would be a huge number of settlers. I'm not sure why that happens. Alright, what do we got over here? Dust and pearls, okay. We have the resources to build some Imperial funding. I don't know that I really care, though. Right, because there's no technology that's going to be hugely helpful for us. I guess it wouldn't be bad for us to... Let's build it here. And I think I'm going to do the reassign now. Or, that's not what I wanted. Let's move Wayrasigo over. Because we're about to finish building some stuff, he can get all of the credit for this stuff and get some levels. Alright, so the Imperial funding getting finished will be a big deal. That's higher tier buildings. Buildings from later eras are worth a little bit more. We should probably build Nyctalopian lenses in this city as well. It gives plus 10% science, and this is our science city, so it's the scienciest of the cities that we have anyway. Alright, so here's some good passive XP for him. He's now on plus 8 per turn. Yeah. So we want to get him at least 2 levels. If we can. In 2 levels, he'll have maximum building cost reduction, and that'll be a big deal. Alright, so we need 2 more turns of Palladian generation before we can retrofit both of these guys. One with Palladian, one with Adamantium. Oh hey, I forgot all about that. Cool. Do we have access to Ursus? We do not. So we can take one of the damage, or one of the combat stat based assimilates. Like, plus 10% life's not too bad. Yeah, if we had Ursus, the Ursus reduced the cost of buildings. That would be a nice dovetail with everything else we have going on. We'll take that. Search some ruins. Maybe we can get lucky. I was really hoping to find some Palladian. I mean, I'm not mad about Dust Orchid. We found so much Dust Orchid from ruins this game that we've had a Dust Orchid booster running for like 60 turns now without ever having encountered any actual wild Dust Orchid. I don't think we've even bought any from the market. Okay, yeah, so grab this, grab this. Shulna probably can build another Garth. Here we'll level up that one. Okay, the Hydromiel and the Quicksilver wore off, but that's not enough to push us below Fervent. What do I even want you guys to do? I'm starting to run out of ways for some of our guys to be helpful. Alright. We're actually probably okay to do the re-equip this turn, right? I need to buy a Palladian. And then... Oh, this is the wrong... Yeah. I was like, wait a second, don't these guys look like they're the right numbers? Alright, and then we, once again, swap the design over to... Mantian. Would think. Alright, do that final retrofit. Get on land, pop the hero over here. Oh, they do have 10 units with a ton of fortification. This actually might be a little bit more difficult than I thought. That said, it says 10 units, but it doesn't tell us that probably 7 of them are settlers, which is almost certainly the case. So, I'm not worried exactly. I do think that what we should do with this army is... Hold on. Let's make sure this is... We do need to renegotiate our open borders. I really need your borders to be open to me, please. How would you like bathyspheres? Green should love us by now. I don't know why he's always so testy. Okay, I think this is the right path. Apparently we have to bring a lot of troops. I thought that was going to be relatively easy. Wonder if we can grab this. Or if we will get attacked by a bunch of purple fire ships on the way. Alright, who needs... Nobody needs orders. Alright, as soon as we manage to bring down Eowith, we can get started on the actual difficult part of this. So obviously we're going to be sieging this turn. I don't think we do have the option of just attacking these guys. I think we have to properly siege. 420 is too much health to fight through. We won't have to siege them all the way down to 0 or anything, but we have to get it lower. Okay, is there a cliff here? There is a cliff here. If I want to search this, I have to do it from this side. Alright, Weaver Seagull leveled up. Excellent. Reduction in building cost. Really would love to get him another level or two if we can manage it. build another Garth here to pick up another... Oh, let's build it here to pick up another anomaly. Okay, we have enough pearls for yet another Garth after this, I think. 16 actually is not going to do it. Alright, how far are we from... We are 2 techs out from this. Actually, I didn't think it was going to take us so long to get everything else set up, so I kind of got caught off guard here. I thought that we were not going to be able to get End Era techs. We might be able to try to push for Endless Alloys. So why don't we see... Plan, I think... Time to generate the kinds of... Oh, he doesn't have any cheap techs left. Uh-oh. I need 2... Really? For management sciences? That's all I have to... Okay. Crazy. So, screw this. 60! That's a large number. Can we maybe bring that down a little bit? I think it's going to be too late for it to matter, it looks like. I don't really want to change what this city's doing, I think, but we could redirect a bunch of other cities to science. Be a little bit careful about the dust. And we have one stockpile tech, but not both of them. Is that right? How much time would it take me to grab this? 4 turns? Let's go for it. I think the upgraded stockpiles would cut a little bit more time off of it than 4 turns. Alright. I don't know that we're going to get the tech finished in time for it to matter. We may finish the Temple of the Earth's core first. Oh, how unfortunate. The coming of summer just before we're about to get engaged in actual battle. Alright, please never stop with the Moonleaf boosters. We need those pretty badly. What's up? Capture that fortress. Okay, well that's not happening. And we've been attacked. Sorry, what? Purple's attacking us in Pink's territory. Because Purple is angry. Search these ruins. And we're going to want to make sure we get back in the water immediately. For safety. Maximum safety is get in the water. Okay, we got 40 mithrite. That's cool. We've gotten a lot of mithrite. Navigating around the... I do not want you to... Ugh. So the thing is... This is obviously a bad route, because this turbulence won't be here anymore next turn. But I'm pretty sure they won't recalculate, so if I just smash this button, they'll still try to sail to here. That's kind of annoying. It's very hard to set up good multi-turn routes across water, because the way the weather moves. Alright, how long do I think I have to do this? Our units are a lot better than theirs. But I don't know how many of these are real units. Right? Because if it's like 5 of these Daemon 3s, we have to have a little bit of respect for them. They have a lot of health and they do reasonable damage. If it turns out to just be militia and settlers, on the other hand, we could probably go at them right now. Oh, cool. I totally forgot about that. Oh, I didn't mash the button. Yeah, that was one of those occasions where you really want to be mashing the follow your orders button. So our poor guys over here are getting slowly murdered by Purple. Purple find a building along the border that they can mess with. Yep. What a horrible bunch of creatures they are. Very destructive people. Well, we could wait until the big army arrives, but we also could just go for it, and if the attack fails, buy this dude back, attach him to this army, and then go for a second one. My biggest concern is that we might not do meaningful enough damage. Sulin is the region north of us, right? So Sea Monster just spawned up here. That'll be fun for somebody. Our Skyfin is in grave danger. There was a blue boat, I saw it. Alright, it'd be pretty hard for Purple to get us here. Pink cities will shield us. Ooh. That's not great for us. This is very inconvenient seaweed. Ildia, yeah. Imperial funding is a good idea. In fact, Imperial funding is a good enough idea that I think that's a sensible thing to do here. Alright. Want to make sure that we actually get the maximum possible move across all this turbulence as we try to evade these purple fire ships. Because this would be an annoying way to get attacked. Unfortunately, I believe Purple's fire ships are extremely fast. But maybe... okay, they're going somewhere else. They have other things to do. They're not focused on us. Are these ground troops? They are, but they're bad. I think green actually has been harassing them for us. Man, what is it? Is this what it's like to have friends? It's so rarely the case in one of these games that any of the AI are willing to be like friendly with us. Oh my god, you are kidding me. We can only move one in all directions too. All of the westward directions anyway. You've got to get on land. Alright. So, we now have all of the stockpile tech. Let's go ahead and buy... We're making less money than I normally am making at this point in the game. I think we can buy 6 of these. Just have a couple of turns of faster research. I just really would love to get this done. I don't think it's going to happen for us, unfortunately. Alright, let's try to make sure we get on land here. Yeah, you would think that Purple would be focusing a little bit more on fighting with green and pink, given their higher scores and everything, but it's possible that Purple is fighting green and pink as much as he can, and he just has so many units that they can't all meaningfully contribute to that particular scuffle. Okay, green is... it says close to an expansion victory at the top of that thing, but really that's pretty not correct. Alright, here we go. The city cannot participate, so unfortunately we don't get to see what is in the city. This would be a lovely time to get a feel for for what he has available. Alright, I think we're ready to go. I'm going to do it next turn, because we can move these guys in and be in reinforcement range. There's no reason not to at this point. It looks like those blue ships may have been destroyed. I'm friends and allies. How weird is that to say? That was kind of strange. It jumped to the unit that needed orders and then jumped back to the Skyfin. Alright. It must have interpreted something I did there as a double click. So yeah, we're not going to get endless alloys in time. It's fine. Alright, let's see what they've got. Overwhelmingly settlers. Also, this thing is happening again, where I'm attacking an army instead of the city despite the fact that there's no army in the space that I attacked. And so they're going to get to do this retreat thing again. Oh, they chose not to. We weren't able to get through all of the fortifications, but we got pretty close, so... Next turn, that'll be done, and then... Do we have to hold them for any amount of time, or does it just move our... Okay, yeah. So next turn, that'll be done. We'll have the Temple of the Earth's Core available, and... That should be basically that. You guys are now the garrison of Sototan, because I'm tired of micromanaging you. How is Wayrus Seago doing? He's not too far off of the next level. The plus 8 XP per turn every turn has been very helpful. Okay, no, seriously, give me your city. There we go. Alright, we have earned the Temple of the Earth's Core. We need 40... I've forgotten about the fact that we need 40 mithrite. Okay. Let's pass the turn. Let's not worry about the mithrite right this second. Because I want to see what a reasonable empire plan is going to cost us at the beginning of next turn, and then we'll do trade and stuff. Out of curiosity, though, we do need to check. I can't imagine that we're going to be able to buy 40 mithrite. Or Hyperion, rather. But let's see what is on the market. Actually, there's a ton of Hyperion on the market. Money, but that should be doable. And Wayrus Seago has hit his level. Awesome. Okay. So you guys, I think what I'm going to do is detach this hero. Join up with these guys, head back to the mainland. These guys just become the garrison here, because, again, I'm lazy, and I don't want to micro them. Build a market. Actually prioritize that highly, just so that we get back to empire-wide fervency as quickly as possible. Just save that stockpile for now. Okay. So let's see what we're looking at empire plan-wise. We have a lot of influence. So I'm confident it's going to be good, but we're probably going to need a lot of influence if we want to trade resources off of people. So let's... Ah, yes, the end game quest. I've literally never won a quest victory, because by the time you get to this point, you earn the end game quest and the ability to build the Temple of the Earth's Core at the same time, and I've never had it be anywhere near as close to as fast to finish the quest as it would be to just build the temple. To go and talk to all the other players and see who has Hyperion available. He has a lot of Hyperion available. And he doesn't even value it very highly. This guy. Do you have any... He does not have any... What am I looking for here? He does not have any Titan bones. But I mean, I'll take all of your adamantium and palladium too if you're cool with that. And then, like, you don't have any stockpiles. I don't really want any of your other techs. Wait, it didn't put his Hyperium on the table. It's... Huh. Okay. So, oh, he used some of it, so it removed the term, I think, is probably what happened. All your dust orchid and dust water, and, like, most of your titanium? Yeah. Cool. And then also, now that we have all of his dust, we can buy the rest of the mithrite that we need, or the rest of the Hyperium that we need. Okay. Boom. I am going to finish the Garth. I think that's worthwhile. 47 turns. We can certainly get that down. So we have one... Oh, I mean, once we move back up to fervency, that'll help too. We have one industry stockpile already. So we'll pop that. I think there were Titan bones on the market. Yeah, not very many, but enough. Radar boosters cost 45 right now, don't they? Yeah. So we'll get that going. Buy all of the industry stockpiles. And this last science stockpile, and also all of the food stockpiles. There's no reason not to. And we're going to pop all of that stuff on Shulna. So Shulna will have stockpile boosted industry for 7 turns, right? We have 6 now and we popped 1 already. And then we'll also have stockpile boosted food for 10 turns. Alright, and this stuff, I wonder if it'll be possible for us to buy out enough stuff in Shulna to level up Weirasigo some more. Because at this point, it's not going to be worth it to delay the temple, probably, to build things to give Weirasigo XP, but we can channel all of our dust into that. Into buying things out in Shulna to give him more XP. Because every level he gains is going to be a significant amount of extra... Oh, wow. Actually, we're down to 8 turns on this already. So we're going to need another stockpile. Pearl stockpiles are a great deal cheaper to build than normal stockpiles. Okay. We can do this. I think this is right. We've acquired enough cities that it's too expensive to push out for much of anything else. Yeah. Okay, cool. And we'll get fervency back as, like I said, as we as our ownership of this new city comes up. So I think that's going to be it, though. I don't think anybody can win another type of internal victory anywhere near as fast, and the only thing really that could go wrong here is purple or green declaring war on us, but I don't think they will. That's my take there. We're definitely going to try to move this group of monks back to the mainland to defend against that. But 8 turns is not it's not a bad it's not a bad speed for building this thing. Okay, we're almost back to fervency already. Pink has been eliminated. Thank you for notifying me that I am close to the thing. Alright, we'll be able to buy out this this pearl stockpile before too much longer, and then apply it, and that will leave Shulna boosted all the way through the production. I believe right now this will run out. Will run out one turn before this would be finished, and then the amount of production needed to finish it may turn out to be more than one turn at the unboosted rate, you know? Okay, you have stuff to build. Cool. Alright, well, I don't think that was even a game where we got, like, crazy lucky like we did with the last Roving Clans game. Things definitely went our way, but not, like, hugely anomalously so. So basically what I'm trying to say is I earned this victory. Everybody be impressed. Oh, hey, look, our watchtower's functional again. I assume purple will be along shortly to repillage it. I was a little nervous when we hit the quest to conquer 3 cities, because I had totally forgotten that was a thing. With, I don't know, just make stockpiles for a while. Alright. Yeah, I was a little nervous, but things turned out okay. So I believe that the Temple of the Earth's core represents us building down deep enough into the planet, or at least pulling up from deep in the planet, the benefits of the Earth's core, of the core of the planet, which is to say, like, an awful lot of heat. The reason that the conflict on Auriga is so fervent, desperate, is that the planet is slowly slipping into a serious ice age, right? The winters are becoming more frequent, they're becoming longer, and they're getting worse. Alright, Weaver Seago leveled up again. Just big fat production boost. Seems okay. Yep, keep that running. This should be, yep, the turn that we can buy that out, and that'll do it. So now it's just a matter of hitting the end turn button enough times. Oh no, we're getting spied on. Actually, that could be a real pain. Ewith got its industry production reduced. Okay, that's not a big deal. I don't care about that. If they were to damage industry production in Shulna, that would suck. So we could buy out the Inquisitor's Divinity here, and I think I'm going to. Just to discourage that kind of nonsense. And then I think we maybe don't even need this, but I'm going to do it. Just pop that. Pop the Quicksilver, we're back to Fervent. How are people... I thought I had stockpiles going in most of the cities, but apparently not. The whole point was to keep you guys busy, so I don't have to issue orders anymore. All right, so our main army is getting back. It's going to be largely irrelevant, though. At this point, I think even if we got attacked and Shulna got sieged, it still wouldn't... Well, I suppose a large enough army could break through the very low fortification damage and just take the city. That would certainly put an end to it. What's up, Cold War? Close borders? Sure. You got it, buddy. You don't want to be friends? That's cool with me. More room in the shelter for us. And you know what? We're going to take some of the necrophages, just to spite you. No, we're not doing that. Listen, I don't want to take glee in the downfall and suffering of others, but I'm not exactly going to be sad when all of the horrifying bug monster men freeze to death. Alright, so at the rate we were getting through our faction quest, I honestly thought this was going to be like an incredibly fast win. It's turning out to be not too far off of the turn that we won the last game, right? I think we're within 10 or 15 of it. Yes, the spice is important. The spice must flow. So we got Shulna up to 17 population with 21 actual workers, which is pretty impressive for an Alayi city. We're being attacked? That's just spiteful, is what that is. You two deserve each other. Have fun in the snow. We had to wait for our army to finish its movement order before the turn will end. Okay. And there we go. So, just like at the end of the last game, if you guys would like to see any particular type of strategy pursued, if you want to see any particular faction played, whatever you'd like to see in the next game, leave it in the comments below. I will check it out and take some suggestions. And as always, thank you very much for watching the series. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying making it. If you are, likes and comments, all that stuff, anything that represents viewer engagement is helpful. Let's take a quick look at the score screen, though. I'm a little curious where people were on the other victory types. So, again, I know everybody knows this already, but just to underline how bad the total score system is, 1355 to almost 7K and to 4200. These guys were not winning, but this thing is a little confused. Wow, they were over 15,000 dust a turn for a couple of turns? That's pretty crazy. They ended the game at 11K income. Unfortunately, we don't get the indicators here that tell us how close they were to the dust victory. We can see on diplomacy we were way ahead. This is just because we had peace with a lot of people and we kept doing deals. The deals were helpful. Some of those deals were pretty expensive. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this episode. I already did my spiel, so I'll just say, see you guys next time. Whatever next time may be.